Hi everybody, I'm Jason. I'm one of the race directors for the Teton Ogre Adventure Race, and we just wanted to walk you through the course this year a little bit for those of you all watching. So just want to tell you about the area, tell you about what your friends or family are into. And this area is pretty special. It's new for the Ogre. It's very deserty, sagebrush, antelope, mountain goats, bighorn sheep, just a lot of desert animals out there, and very beautiful and very desolate and remote. So we're pretty excited. So this year's course is very much basin and range like, very Nevada like, big valleys, mountain ranges that are with lots of relief. And we basically start at a very big campground with dispersed camping where everyone's either camping or driving in, and we start on bike and they cross Birch Creek to start, which could be the only water they could cross the whole course, that just shows how dry this area is even this time of year. So they cross and they're going to go through very much a mess of 2 tracks through the desert, up and down into canyons, through washes and draws, to hit CP1, which is where it's positioned, is an amazing view of one of the biggest mountains in Idaho, Diamond Peak, over 12,000 feet. So they'll get just amazing views through this first leg. And it's probably about a 15-mile leg, and they come to TA1 where they'll transition and go on foot, and they'll go through just stunning areas, this rocky canyon, this kind of high deserty area, lots of native history in this area. There's pictographs, there's old native sites, very beautiful, before they huge climb to this peak called Meadow Peak. And lots of animals in the woods here in the high desert. Beautiful view of Bell Mountain, which is a iconic Idaho mountain, big quartz peak shaped like a bell, although it's named after a guy. Anyways, they have this 15-mile trek that brings them, they'll be doing a bit of navigation, finding potholes and through more canyons, and they hit this TA2, which is an old charcoal kiln. There's also a lot of mining history in this area. This charcoal kiln is from the 1880s, so there's old remnants of charcoal kilns there still, and this is where they'll pick up their bikes again and go on a very long, through the night bike and hike adventure, and they will cross the valley coming from the Lemhi Range into the Beaver Heads, and they come around beautiful Willow Creek, very wooded, just stunning, very wilderness-like. And coming up to these checkpoints is an old viola mine, it's called. It's an old, basically ghost town. They mined lead ore. It was one of the biggest mines in the country at one point in the 1880s. So a lot of old buildings, a lot of history, a lot of shafts, a lot of pits, a lot of old buildings. So very cool. And this is where teams will hit their first optional points if they want, which goes over big, broad, very tundra-like ridges. That is very beautiful, and some teams may see it in the morning, some at night, but most likely during the night, and it should be fairly surreal. And these top teams that get these points will have this reward of this amazing single track through Italian Canyon here, before they make it out to the desert to another maze of roads going south, which will connect to the other map. And we have this water drop here because there's so little water on the course. So there's a checkpoint here with water before they finish up their adventure. And lots of options in here. There's a lot of points. There's an O course with beautiful views. There's a big arch in there, this checkpoint D. Just amazing little alcoves and just very rocky, rugged country, desert-like. They have lots of options. They can go up to this is an old copper mine, so there's buildings up here and some history. So some top teams will head up here to get these points. Some will just get 1 or 2 or all of these before heading back towards the finish, CP15 and Skull Canyon, which has amazing native history, big rock walls, an alcove which they found remnants of bighorn sheep kill there that's 12,000 years old. So pretty cool native sites in there, and very cool downhill to finish the race back out into the valley, which they will ride through and finish at our headquarters. And that's the course, and we're really excited about everyone to check it out. So thanks for watching.